So in this video clip, I'll go through how to set up in Google Sheets using JavaScript, the Black-Scholes Merton formula, and how we translate those across into algorithms that can perform within your Google Sheets. The Greeks estimation. Now, the Greeks are those that you'll get in any textbook, John C. Hall or Espen Hogue or Simon Beninga. So the full suite of just the basic, delta, gamma, theta, vega, and rho are provided here with the density function also defined. Now, if we go to the actual JavaScript, it's here. I'll leave a link in the video clip below. I do have already a Google Sheet that's running this code, but when you click on the link to access it, what you typically find is because it's in view only mode in terms of viewer access, you can't get into the extensions to set up the app script. So you can perhaps change some of the numbers here, and with some latency, we get some output in terms of the function. So the calculate Greeks and labels won't actually work with the shared Google Sheet if you want to get in and eyeball the code. So let's copy this code for a second. If we copy the spreadsheet, and then I'll go in and set up a new Google Sheet. So I'll just in the browser here. So I'm logged into my Gmail, into my Google account, and I'll sign in. And I'll just say here, double click in the title, and we should be able to edit the title here. So I'll say today is the 19th, 2024. And I do have access here in the extensions. It is live and I have the app script. But before I do that, I'll just Control V. So I paste in the template of just basically our numbers. So for different S, K, T, R, Q, sigma from the Black-Scholes model. And then what you'll observe here is just a change in the underlying asset price. Everything else kept the same. So ceteris paribus. And I'm going from 20 to 200 in steps of 20. But of course, when I try to invoke the function and run the function, it's not working, right? So that's a bit of a difficulty here. So how do I get the code in? We'll go to extensions and go to app script. And I let that load up. Then I go back into my JavaScript, and I'll leave the link to the JavaScript and the collab below the video clip. And then I just copy and paste, and the functions that are defined here are based on the formula we looked at initially. So I'll Control C, then go back into the untitled project. We take out the shell that's there and just go Control V. Then we give the project a name. So we'll say Greek analysis. Okay, could think of something better. So rename, and then we'll save the project and then just run to see are there any issues in terms of your code estimation. So execution started, execution completed, no obvious issues. Then I go back into my formula, and the formula now have become live. Okay, so they initially the formula couldn't activate because in terms of the code, there was no JavaScript consistent with the name of our function, JavaScript function. the code wasn't there. Now you have access to the code, and the code you can find on the Colab, and the link to that I'll leave below the video clip. So in terms of steps here, how you initiate the introducing JavaScript, you can take my template as your starting point. Just click on the link. Initially, because it's in view only mode, uh, it doesn't work, shouldn't work. If we try to run here, our we don't have control, right? So while we can see, observe the results here, um, it's coming from my other Google account. So it's loading in, but we don't have any control over the actual functionality, and you can't observe directly the JavaScript. To access the JavaScript, we look for our file. So I can go into my Google Drive and in your Google Drive here, just look for remember, it's the 17th of the 12th, sorry, 19th of the 12th. So we just look for what comes up. Okay, so I think that's the way 19th of the 12th, 2024, that's our file name. I can modify that in a moment. And then when I come in here, you can see we have access to our JavaScript. So go into app script, we can see the code, and we can see the function all in situ. Okay, let's leave that there.